And I just enabled people to challenge me. So I think the first person to challenge me gets a game. Or the first person to challenge me to an acceptable time control.
Hi.
Hi, JD Rado. Welcome back. Welcome back to a lot of people. All right. Oops. That was a very fast or quickly disappearing challenge. I'll play this person, Jaguarbein. Good luck. I have to at least start with a Stafford, right? Or attempted Stafford. Okay, we have a maybe attempted Danish Gambit. Against this opening, I like to play d5. It's a nice way to decline the Gambit. Queen takes d4. So there's no increment here, so I have to be a little bit careful. But I am up a pawn. Thank you, Toe Grinder. Happy 15. I've definitely played against this opening before. And as far as I know, it should be okay for black. Maybe white has a little bit of compensation for the pawn. I lost casting rights. But this pawn is pretty well
What's your
reinforced.
favorite season? This has nothing to do with the end of August.
Oh. August is probably not my favorite. It's not a season, but it's a month. It's just been so hot recently. At least these past few weeks. I like fall. Some people call it autumn, which is approaching. Like I like the cooler weather. Not too cold, but kind of like the sweater weather. Okay, so still up a pawn. I think I'll slide over with the king. Although king here, bishop f4, I guess d5. I mean, the bishop wants the pawns to be on dark squares. But d5 will kind of reinforce the center. Yeah, welcome back to Annie Cat. Yeah, let's play d5. Offering the trade. Welcome back
Oh,
to
yes.
Brigham. Happy 40. Hope you're doing well. All right, so I'm trying to simplify a little bit. Do I actually want to take the bishop, though? Probably not. If I take the bishop, then it's good knight versus bad bishop. And I have the potential to hop into d3, which is now very hard for white to stop. And now I'm triple forking, preparing this move. But let's take a pawn first. Small detour. Then I'll return home and then prepare f4. So up 2 pawns now. Your emojis aren't working. Wait, emojis or emotes? They're similar, but maybe different. Okay, let's play this move. Welcome back, JainGalt. Wait, autumn includes late December. Isn't that winter? Maybe different calendars work differently, though. Okay, so expanding, probably winning another pawn. I mean, this pawn's also falling. But I should probably start looking to exploit the king. It's actually really close to mating. Like, if I play this move, if knight takes, pawn takes, and if rook moves here, then it's mate in 2. Wow. Both rooks attacked. I think I don't take either rook. I play this move first. And then maybe even this coming.
Hi.
Hi. Wait a minute. Am I getting carried away? And both rooks are still hanging, and I was threatening mate in 2. And now, can I create some mating idea? I should probably take the rook. I'll lose his pawn, but life is still good. Or is it? Check. Now I'm getting triple fort. I guess, wait, where does my king go? I have to play this move. It's already not so simple, but the bishop's attacked, so we might end up trading bishops. If rook here, I think I'd just play king h7. Offer the trade of rooks now. Yeah, got a little bit sloppy there. Welcome back to Dave. Thanks for the 500 bits. Let's play this.
Well,
Defending.
hello.
Hello. How are you? MJZ man. Okay, still opposite color bishops. But not too many worries here. Yeah, the king will consume the h-pawn, or the queen will be born. Okay. Got the mate. All right, that was an interesting game to start with. I think, and this position was actually pretty instructive, and I didn't find the idea right away, or I didn't spot the idea right away, but I found it eventually. That I think this would actually make for a good positional exercise of like how to improve as black when the bishop's restricted. And it was a matter of identifying that this knight wants to be here. And once the knight got to d3, then the play flowed very nicely. So if you're just joining, I'm taking challenges. I'll probably mix things up a little bit. Let's play mowennx, who I think was recently visiting St. Louis. Remember this name from a few days ago. I hope you had a good trip. Not sure if you're still here. Hope the weather wasn't too harsh. So good luck. I'll play e4. And yeah, we have a Sicilian. Let's play a Smith-Morra. Yeah, recently I've been kind of mixing up between knight f3 and knight c3, but Smith-Morra is another move. I've also been playing more Alapin recently. Okay, so we actually have the line that I like to play against Smith-Morra. Knight c6 and e6. James Black is having problems challenging me. I should be accepting challenges. You do need to be logged in on Lichess. I don't take anonymous challenges. So a6. And queen e2. So there's potential knight d5 ideas. Queen e2 is useful. Aligns with the king, frees up rook d1, reinforces the bishop. All right, let's play bishop b3 first. Yeah, I'll probably mix it up the way I take challenges. I mean, only 4 people are challenging me right now, so I wonder if others are having issues. Play knight d5. Knight d5, take knight e7. Let's do it. This is a very thematic sacrifice for the Smith-Morra. And it doesn't, like, I don't win back material, because after takes, there's knight e7. But e5 will be open, black will be struggling to castle in a timely manner. And then I probably... Okay, this is slightly different. I was going to say I probably just complete development. It's going to be very similar here. Okay, now I have 12 pending challenges. Nice. Just inconclusive. Gifting 5. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. If you gift 5 subs and you want to play a game, then you get to skip the queue. So feel free to let me know your username if you do want to play. Do appreciate it. Okay, let's play this move. Hello to Phaedrus. Yeah, so this case I didn't even sack a piece because black had taken with the knight on d5. I am still down a pawn, but there should be full compensation here. Have initiative. The queen has to find a safe square. Likely the other rook is coming in very soon. Queen b8. Yeah, there's not an obvious knockout blow. Although I'm looking at a super aggressive line. I'm looking at this move. But then, yeah, then black can take on d5. So having ideas of this and then sacking and then taking. But maybe I'm better off starting with rook d1. And this defends the pawn, because after takes, I take, and then there's a pin on the e-file. Or if the pawn takes, then the knight will be pinned. f6. f6 is sometimes a useful move for black in these positions, but I think after f6, I take, and then take. I get a pawn to d7, king goes here, and then the knight can come in for some mating ideas. So h6.
I spend so much time with you. You are my new hobby.
Oh. Happy to be your new hobby. Thank you, Clark. I haven't considered myself to be a hobby before, but I guess I'll accept that new role. Do I take here first? I think I'd start taking things. Because whatever pawn takes back, I sack the bishop. And we're going to have some fun. The king's going to be left a little bit unsheltered. Oh, your nickname is Orgli. Okay. So I'll be playing just inconclusive next game. Maybe what I'll do, I didn't do it these first 2 games, but if my opponents want me to play a certain opening or you have any requests, just let me know. I'm happy to try and play in a way that makes the viewer happy. Also happy to take from position challenges. Play the cow. Maybe I'll have chat open. So just keep an eye if my opponent wants to talk to me. So I'm threatening mate in 1. This would be double checkmate. The bishop and queen would deliver the attack against the king. But now without my bishop here... Okay, bishop d7 is still... Oh, this is mate in 2. This only legal move. And then queen e8 checkmate. I missed my chance for the purple king. I could have pre-moved on top of the king, and it would have turned purple for a brief moment. So, yeah, I think this was an example of how things can go very wrong for black in the Smith-Morra. I will say that, um, yeah, like these moves are very fine. And then in this position, like usually when I'm black, I play one of two moves here. A6 is probably playable, but it's not not a move I would probably recommend because it's a little bit slow, I think. The two moves I can recommend are knight f6 or bishop b4. Just getting the king side developed. I used to like almost always play knight f6. And then there's this famous line, queen e2, knight g4. And yeah, 20% of people on Lichess blunder here with h3. And then knight d4 wins the queen or checkmates. Because if takes, it's mate on h2. And if not, then like if white moves the queen, then it's still forced mate, knight f3 and queen h2. So white's already losing the queen. I mean, if my opponent played knight f6, then I would have played knight b5, which it's still a very tricky line for black. Queen b8 and then e5. So more recently, against the Smith-Morra, I discovered this move bishop b4, which I think at like the highest level, this is one of the ways to try and refute the Smith-Morra. Why are there no games in the Masters database? Oh, it's bishop b4 here. So without queen c7. Yeah, so if you're going to play queen c7, you go for the trap that I just showed. But if you want to play the objectively, like, I think best line, then bishop b4. And we can see in the Masters database, like black scores pretty well here. And the idea is to like develop in a manner where it's hard for white to get kind of the typical attacking ideas. There's still a lot of theory here, but yeah, actually I played this position as black over the board in the last round of the Reykjavik Open. And in that recap, I go more in depth into some of the ideas for black. So I'm going to play Orgli, who is requesting 3+2. So good luck.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo. I went through a brief phase when I was a kid. I was really into yo-yos. I was trying to learn all the tricks. Trick shots or just tricks. But it's been a while. Okay, we have a Rossolimo. I'll play e6. We're going into a line that I should know more about. This is one of these positions where I kind of just play based on feel. Know some basic ideas. Like sometimes black wants to play e5 and d6 and get this central pawn structure. And then later, eventually, f5. So I think I can play e5 right away. Because there's cases where white plays e5 and it gets a little bit awkward for black. Okay, so d6. I'm not sure if this is theory, but looks playable. Bishop e7. d4. Yeah, d4 is really interesting because on one hand, I have the two bishops. Typically, it's black who wants to open the position, but there's some issues to solve with the pawn tension. Like, I could play bishop a6. I could maybe take in bishop g4. Take. Not thrilled with that. I could just take twice and castle. Maybe that's the way to go. Like, white's going to have more space. Oh, and some initiative. Oh, and knight f5 coming. Wow. Okay, so now now it's damage control. Knight f5, I think I'll take and then play knight e5. I concede the bishop pair, but at least I'm not
I never
losing a
get
pawn.
tired of your content. Thank you, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Robin Spector. Some people get very tired from my content and use my content as a sleeping aid. But maybe there's a difference of, or there's a difference between getting tired of and getting tired from. Okay, so let's take 95. And we have a position now, like we both have these pawn, like potential pawn weaknesses. This pawn is isolated, this pawn's overextended. Bishops of the same color, and this bishop's probably happier. I wonder if I can play like c5, c4. Maybe not. Take a look at the message after I figure out what to do here. Bishop b4, rook e2. Maybe rook d8 first. Just get the file, get some initiative. Yeah, this is a big liability. Rook d5. Don't want to burn all my time here. Rook d5, rook. I really don't know what to do. Rook b8. Now rook d5. Just feels like I'm playing without a plan. h6. So now if we trade, okay, we're not trading, but now I have this move. Okay, queen d5 is now a threat. Very devious. I think I'll play queen d7. I'm gonna have to live on the increment here. I mean, all the pawns are potentially just gonna be falling. I have to take. So the position does clarify. Take with rook or bishop? Let me take with bishop. Hey, it's Zefcat. What's up, Zefcat? If you're just joining, I'm getting very low on time. Oh no, my bishop! Someone call an ambulance. Opponent doesn't fall for it. So, what to do? I'm just gonna try and hold my ground now. Yeah, white's definitely still for choice here. But at least I'm not losing anything. This is actually a tricky move, because takes, I get the passed pawn supported by the rook. Now maybe I have this idea. Unexpected counterplay. Yeah, I take here and then rook e2. And somehow I'm winning material on the e-file. It's some miracle. Let's take here. I mean, white played a really good game up until losing a bit of material. Okay. Oh, Zefcat says, but not for me. Yeah. Not sure if an ambulance is coming. I was definitely in trouble at some point in this game. Maybe
The
not
Hall of the Mountain
so
King
much
was a
trouble.
great touch on that chaotic coffee chess
Ah,
video.
Fang Duster
And you
saw
should
the most
clip
recent
and save
video.
the what the HLL quote for all future stalemate tricks.
Yeah.
Can you show the missed mate and illegal move?
Oh,
Such a
sure.
fun video.
Yeah, I appreciate the message. Welcome back, Fang Duster. Let me get to that. Also, I saw JainGalt cheered earlier. Oh, JainGalt challenged me from a really cool puzzle. Okay, so maybe I'll try out that very soon. I'm I'm honestly shocked about the analysis from this game. Like I thought for sure I was in a lot of trouble, but I made apparently just one mistake mishandling the central pawn tension. This is actually a very clean game, like from both of us. Like the one blunder came at the end. It was rookie 7. Wait a minute. Is there a better move? Wait. I see the eval bar. I didn't see any of the analysis though. At this point, I thought I was just winning. How does white not just lose? F6?
Hey
No.
Eric, been watching your content for a long time and learned a lot through it.
Wathing.
Thank you for the content.
Oh, thank you, Saeed. I appreciate your words. I wonder if the engine says that, like, the position after this is maybe holdable. That's the only thing I see. Can I be missing any other resource? Ah, King G4. No, King G4 I just take. Yeah, let me check with engine. I assume takes is the best move. Oh, Bishop G7. Oh, a lot of people in chat were saying Bishop G7. Man, that was just a complete blind spot. For me and for my opponent. It's like in this position, you just assume that you're kind of hopeless. I was expecting takes, but this is a better version because white wins a pawn. And after takes, objectively, it should be a draw. The 3-on-2 for the side with the bishop.
I don't have a witty line to go with my
Oh no,
subscription,
your witty line.
but thanks for all of the exciting chess.
I still appreciate wholesome words. Thank you, four-way fork. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Like even even in analysis, I missed it. So what was I supposed to do instead of CD4? Bishop A6. Ah, okay. I think I was reluctant to play Bishop A6 because Queen A4, but then Bishop B5. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to just pin the knight, develop with tempo. Okay, good game. Yeah, in these moments, I felt slightly worse, but then we, yeah, got a pretty equal position. So, yeah, let me quickly address the message from Fang Duster. Because for those that maybe saw my recent video or didn't see my recent video, I posted my first game against Coffee Chess from, this was filmed a few months ago, earlier this year. I played the owner of the cafe where they film all the content. And I completely underestimated my opponent. And yeah, towards the end of the video, there was some craziness. Let me unmute site. Insane. So anyway, the link should be in the chat. Xlam new vid. But I'll quickly show the game. I think I have it in the Lee Chess study. Study over the board. Here we go. So yeah, this is a study for all the over the board games that will hopefully someday make its way to YouTube. But this game was it was a good example of like coffee house chess. It's like sack everything, hope it's mate. My opponent just punished me for all my dubious play. And then going forward, I got super low on time. But we got to this position with my opponent having enough time. So we got to this position after king a6. And then I thought the game was just going to end because my opponent started thinking, and white has a very clear checkmate in one, b5 checkmate, which it should be very findable. But the thing about this position, when you're low on time and under pressure, you're probably considering a lot of other checks as well. And b5 was not played. And then I played king a7, but I let my king like slip. But thankfully I caught my king. And okay, maybe this wasn't the best etiquette to hit the clock when the king is not on the board. But I was very quick to put the king back on the board. So it didn't affect things too much. And now coming up here, we're about to see an illegal move. And I think what I want to do is play this in slow motion. Speed 0.25. So my opponent moved the bishop. Oh, the sound is bad. Okay, so my opponent moved the bishop. And then I wanted to bring my queen back to c6, but it hangs the queen. So I played queen c2. I had 3 seconds left. But queen c2 also hangs the queen. He takes it. And then I played b5 check. I think I played b5 in like 0.1 seconds. But b5 is an illegal move because my king is also hanging. And this was not intentional. Like if I realized b5 was illegal, I would not have played it. But my opponent didn't realize either. So he took the pawn. Or no, he didn't take the pawn. He played king a5. At this point, I'm trying not to flag. And he's just trying to checkmate me. And then he pins my rook. Or no, he plays queen d8. Oh, then he takes my rook. And he's falling below 4 seconds. And then instead of taking his queen, I try and confuse him. I go for an attempted Rosen trap, king a8. And after I play king a8, I mean, he wants to checkmate me, but from his perspective, it looks like he's almost stalemating me. But if we take a moment to see the whole board, he's not stalemating me because I have pawns on the board that can move. But king a8 slowed him down enough, and there is some small hesitation here. And as he hesitates, his time ticks down to 0. And I win on time with white having mate in 1. Bonjour. Hello. So this was a very, very dirty finish. It featured, what? Blundering my queen, making an illegal move, almost letting my king fly off the board. Or my king did temporarily fly off the board. And then the attempted Rosen stalemate trap, even though it wasn't stalemate. Yeah, ending with a dirty flag. I felt a little bit bad. Because he owns the whole cafe. And the coffee was really good too. But yeah, it made for good content. Yeah, generally, like in a blitz game, an illegal move will forfeit the game, but the opponent has to claim it. This happened once in a Magnus Carlsen game, like almost exactly the same thing, where Magnus played an illegal move, or no, Magnus's opponent played an illegal move, but then Magnus didn't claim it. A similar situation to what we had. But yeah, we were both smiling after the game. It was a fun one. Got the slow motion handshake. No one got arrested for the illegalness that took place. Yeah, no mercy. Okay. I'm so curious about this JainGalt position. So JainGalt said earlier, hope you don't mind. I challenge you from a really cool puzzle I found. It's Stump Stockfish. Oh, wow. I'm white? I'm white. I was expecting to play a game, but now now I have to solve a puzzle. So I've seen similar types of like compositions before. And what's going on here, black has no legal moves. I don't think I've seen this exact position before. I shouldn't say black has no legal moves. Black can only move the king. Like if it's black's move, the only legal move is this. Because the pawns are going this way, so the bishops and rooks are paralyzed, and so are the pawns. And yeah, the reason why this probably stumps Stockfish is because it's more about finding the long-term idea rather than finding the concrete calculation. So we have to kind of use our imagination. We should also note that as white, we can't really get away with moving our king because that would allow black to queen, and when we take, then the bishop frees up, the rooks free up. So we have to find some way to force the king to somewhere where we want it. So I'm thinking if we can force a king anywhere on the board, where do we want it to go? Like G1, maybe H. Wait, no, this is yeah, this is G1, this is A3. Or can we get some situation where we play king F2 and then our queen is on a square to capture? Yeah, it's not so simple. Yeah, queen G1 would be my impression, to like make the king walk this way, and then we eventually make the king walk all the way around the board. But I think our queen has to go to the E file. So I don't see any way like to checkmate the king if we keep it here. It's so confusing though. As much as I want to checkmate the king, here, 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 here. If we get to that position, I don't think it's working. So I think I'll try. Like we'll try and get the king maybe to this side and then find the right moment to play king d2. Thank you, Meridian Swift. Like I think there's no harm in trying. Like we can always get the king back to a different square. Although here, wait, how do we force the king? Because I don't want to play this in stalemate. I guess I play this and then queen a5. It seems weird, but yeah, now I keep the queen a knight's move away from the king, basically. Now I'm gonna force the king this way. And I have to do the same technique on this side. Wait a minute. I check first. Wait a minute. I think I've confused myself. Ah, here we go. Wait a minute. What did I do? How do I force the king out of the corner? Check. Did I already mess up? There and there. How about this move? I have to somehow like triangulate. Ah, I have this move. And then, okay, here we go. Okay. I'm not used to working with such abstract ideas. Like being good at normal chess doesn't exactly prepare you for positions like this. Okay, but at least I'm getting the king close to here. I feel like we're gonna soon approach some eventual idea. Maybe here's where I slow down a little bit. Thank you, Soho checkmate. Okay, so I could play here and then force the king this way. So I get the queen to e4 and then I have to find the right moment to unleash my king. Okay, queen g4 looks fine. Oh, what if I play queen? Queen, no. I was thinking queen b4 because there's some interesting symmetry or interesting triangle shape. I don't have much time though. Okay, here. Uh, I don't want to stalemate. Oh, that's not good. Wow, I'm really struggling.
Eric, it's been too long.
Hello.
Where have you been all my life?
I'm not sure. Yes. I think I got it. With 6 seconds left. I don't know what I did though. I still don't understand, even though I somehow won. Was this the idea to chase the king to the corner? But I feel like I got help from black. Like this move was, Or no, it was this move that was careless. Like if king here, then I think I'm stuck again. Although, wait, maybe king, maybe here. Am I winning this? Because king here, I'm ready to come out. Yeah, maybe it is winning. Here, and then take. Threatening maiden 2. Oh, but there's this move. This might not be winning. I don't know. I'm confused. JainGalt, give us some answers. Stockfish still says it's... Oh, it says it's drawn. But what about earlier? The whole time it was drawn. Oh, I had to take a2. I didn't see that was hanging. I take a2 and then force the king. Oh, don't be sorry.
I messed up, but loved that you talked it out. You missed that you could take a2.
Yeah. So once I take a2, let's see if I can beat Stockfish. King c5, and then here. But this is frustrating. Okay, king, it says, oh, king a7 still drawn. But here, and then king b6. Maybe here. I'm still confused. Queen e8, not queen e5. Oh, queen d8. So king c6. But how do I make progress? Like, I want to force the king to a2. Maybe like this. Okay, so this is a position where Stockfish will change its mind. So we play queen d7, which is not within the top moves, but once we play queen d7, it realizes there's force mates. And now we can see, oh, now it's still confused. Now it sees, okay, queen e6. And then, yeah, wherever the king goes, we're going to be forcing the king to the square. Yeah, Stockfish is so confused here. Similar to how I was confused. And then here, I want to play... Oh, queen c4 is stalemate. So the most efficient way is queen d6, king b3, queen c5, king a4, queen b6. Okay, then we get the king into a2. It's crazy that Stockfish like doesn't see the win until like towards the very end. So this line only would have taken about 50 moves. And 50 move rule doesn't apply because we took on a2 at some point. All right, that was fun. Thanks for sharing, JainGalt. This is like trying to figure out bishop and knight mates, but with no pieces and up a queen. Yeah. Yeah, the original position was this, which yeah, engine says it's drawn, but we would need a more powerful engine for it to realize it's winning. Hey, it's Jay. What's up, Jay? What else have you been up to in life? I just recently got back from a extended Europe trip. I was in a lot of different places in Europe. Still recovering a little bit from all the travels. Hope you're doing well. Every place I went to was really nice. It's hard to pick a favorite. I mean, northern Italy was really cool. Took a hike in the Dolomites, saw a lot of cows. But Switzerland was super nice. Germany also nice. So, okay, let's play another game. I can keep chilling and answering questions. I'll play a random challenge. Playing tadziolul. Yeah, Italy was maybe a bit on the hotter side. I mean, not as hot as St. Louis. And in the mountains, it was much cooler. Okay, Stafford Gambit time. Opponent playing the best line so far. I did not teach a cow the cow opening. I took some photos of the cow, though. Or the many cows. Oh, opponent's really booked up here. Alright, I'll play bishop e6. This is probably the trickiest move. Oh, my bishop. Oh, no. Yeah, I think there's a good amount of videos on YouTube that recommend this bishop f3 move as one of the refutations. And it is engine approved. In this position, I think it's best to take. Although I'm wondering about this too. Let's take. So I think I'm getting something playable at least. Maybe it's not completely lost for Lac. Queen e2. Yeah, so the downside of this position is black is down in knight. But I have a pawn for the knight. And I'm ready to castle and use the center files. If white castles kingside, then I'm in decent shape to try and attack. Bishop e3 is a good move. I wonder if I can play this move. Bishop c4, take, and then take. Even bishop c4, take. How to make it work, though. I could avoid the bishop trade. I could play this move and maybe get a pawn cube. Maybe that's one interesting approach. Keeping the bishop tension. Is this a Stafford? Yes, it is. Opponent was very prepared, and now I'm trying to claw my way back. Knight d2 is a very fine move. Yeah, I think I want to castle. Let's castle and then get another rook in the center. And sometimes when you're down a piece, the best strategy can be to just keep the game going. Like try and, first of all, cut the losses. Like don't give away more material. Try and avoid trades. And eventually try and apply pressure. Like white probably wants to play this move next. Can I grab another pawn? I think I'll grab another pawn. It's kind of a risky move. Maybe white will play b3 to trap my bishop. But another strategy, when you're down material or much worse, then sometimes it's a good idea to try and make things confusing and chaotic. Create situations where the opponent can blunder back. Ooh, So we're both taking questionable pawns. I want to play this move, and then bishop g4. I could take on e3. I'll play this move. I'm not seeing anything like super convincing. I think I'll play this move. Keep all the tension. Now pinning the bishop on e3. I have some funny idea of playing this and this. It feels weird to put the bishop back on c5, but now that this bishop is pinned, I don't have to worry about the bishop moving. And if I get the bishop to a3, I'll be threatening mate in 1. Surprisingly enough. Yeah, we're both getting low on time. Ooh. Okay, let's play bishop a2. Queen's tied down to defending this bishop. Oh, there's some funny idea coming, maybe. But maybe not. Take. I really don't want to trade. Take on e3. I think I should take on e3. And then maybe I'm trapping the bishop. But maybe not. But maybe. So attacking the bishop. g4, g6. And now I win back the piece. And after all said and done, it's really just beginning. The time scramble's beginning. But I'm up a pawn here. Probably should have played this move. Got my second chance. I just have to make sure that I don't move the rook away from the second rank. Or the 8th rank, I should say. Okay, threatening mate in 1. Okay. That was a little bit intense. Big respect for my opponent, like knowing a lot of prep against the Stafford. Yeah, e5 is, I think, a fine move. Maybe not the best move, though. Yeah, h3 is the best move here. Like, not taking the bishop, but chasing the knight back first, and then probably eventually taking the bishop. Oh, my opponent says, I learned the prep from you. Oh, nice. Yeah, engine gives +4 for white in this position. And I've definitely had this before in games. Let me change this back to myself as black. Yeah, my score in this position is still decent. But h3... Oh yeah, there's some crazy line, like h3 castling. And then after takes, bishop g2, rook h2. Only move for white is king f1, which should be findable, but king f1. And then bishop d6. Yeah, I remember this position because like the most natural looking move is e5 because I'm threatening this, and e5 is actually a big mistake because after queen f5, like black's no longer worse. So it's like 16 moves of prep could still maybe make it tricky for people who think they know the refutation. Why should you not have moved the rook to the 8th rank? Not sure at what moment though. Oh, there was a moment where my rook was defending against mate, so I didn't want to move the rook off the 8th rank. Thank you, Earth Base 2. Play a Bong Cloud. I'll see. I'll see. Alright, who should I play next? I just put the chat in sub-only mode, so if you want to play me, or if you're already sending me a challenge, let me know your Lichess username in the chat. Someone says me, but what's your username? Oh, it's the same. Drew Dog. Drew Dog. Control F Dog. Not seeing it. Oh, it's the first challenge. Okay. Okay, good luck to Drew Dog. We've never played before. Oh, thank you, Earthbase 2. Gifting 5. Earthbase 2, if you want to play a game, I'm happy to play you next. Yeah, that was only a very temporary sub-only mode, so everyone can talk now. Okay, we have a London, knight d2. Yeah, this is actually an interesting move order because I usually like to play queen b6, but in the line after queen b3, c4, queen c2, I don't have bishop f5 because takes and the rook's not trapped. So I'm going to play a different line, just e6. And then I'll take. And there's a very specific point to this line, is knight h5. Bishop g3. And now bishop d6. So maybe I could have taken first. But this is a less common way of playing to try and apply pressure early to the king side. Oh, Earthbase 2 says, I watch all your YouTube videos. Don't get a chance to see you on Twitch as much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your words and the support. I have a feeling this position happened in the World Cup. I might be misremembering. But wasn't there a game like Abbasov playing white against Vidit? Was it Vidit? After the game, I'll have to maybe do some research. But this London line showed up in the World Cup in a good handful of games. Fabiano played a similar variation as Black in his first match. Actually won like a really beautiful game. And it has like a more strategic long-term approach, at least from the Black side. Here, like I have the bishop pair, maybe some queenside potential. White's actually playing very solidly so far. 95. There's a few moves I'm considering. There's f6. There's, of course, taking. That leaves me with a kind of sad bishop. So I think I'd rather play f6, provoke white to take my sad bishop, and then I'm left with a reasonably happy bishop. That's still some solid play. I think the plan for black in this position should revolve around the c file, mainly exploiting the backward c pawn. Because rook f8 is coming, I'll have the battery, and this bishop is very useful in preventing rook c1. So this could get difficult for white pretty quickly. I could have played queen c7 too, but I like the queen here, ensuring that this pawn is defended. Okay, knight d2 does allow for rook c1, or, okay, rook a3. But here there's a tactic.
Oh no, my sub.
Oh yes, my tactic. Bishop takes h2. This move requires board vision, the ability to see the king side and the queen side. Okay, white doesn't take the bishop, but now I want a pretty clean pawn. And let's keep applying pressure. Thank you, Iceman. Oh, okay. I see the question in chat. Any chance you can clear up some chess terms? Fortress, battery. I haven't heard of bastion. But there's one of my favorite chess terms, the pork. The combination of the pin and the fork. So tasty. But yeah, I do apologize if I use certain words that maybe are lesser known to the newer players. A battery is usually when two pieces are aligned that move the same. So this is a rook battery. A fortress is definitely not present in this position. A fortress should be self-explanatory. Usually a structure that is very hard or impossible to break down. And then, of course, there's the concept of the double attack. Yeah, double attack or fork are sometimes synonymous. Now, I actually have a choice here, because after king g1, I can take the knight immediately. But I think I'm better off checking and then winning the rook. Now, I don't want to take back and allow the queen to win the bishop, so close things down a little bit. What does superfluous mean? Am I mating by force? It's really close. White could sack the queen. Yeah, superfluous usually refers to knights. Yeah, it's knights that defend each other. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's kind of an awkward thing. Okay, good game, Drew Dog. Yeah, I wanted to check the World Cup. Let's see how quickly I can try and find the game. Control F, World Cup. Cup? Ah. Oh, it's no longer in the broadcast page. Okay, so I had to just do the Google search. What round was it? Round 5 tiebreaks, maybe? No, round 6. Abbasov against Was it round 6 game 2? Could have been this one. I think it was this one. Oh, so it wasn't a tiebreak game. No, it wasn't this one. I'm remembering some Abasov game. Is there a way to like download all the games from the World Cup? Let me try one more time. Round 5. Abasov. Maybe it was Abasov against Salam. Been this one? Also played in London. Round 5 tie breaks. I don't know which game I'm remembering. There was some game in World Cup that I'm pretty sure it featured this line, Bishop E3. And then like this, and then like they traded. Master's database won't have the game though. Let me try one more thing. Like if I click into a game and then say download all games, how many games does it download? Oh, only from round 5 though. Yeah, does anyone know? Is there a place to download like the whole PGN from World Cup? Download all rounds? Oh, okay. That answers my question. All right, so let me use the specialized software. Oh, it's still downloading though. Yeah, sometimes for some reason, like downloading from Lichess, even if it's a few megabytes, it can still take a while. So maybe as this downloads, I can do other things. Like saying hi to Pam. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm aware of the Fabi game. Actually, the Fabi game would be cool to show. Fabiano. It was round 2, game 1, I believe. Yeah. This game was amazing. This game basically inspired me to adopt this opening as a weapon against the London. And I'll go through it like relatively quickly, but Fabiano basically played the same move that I just played in my game. It was a slightly different move order. But he goes for this knight h5 idea. And then what ends up happening was ridiculous. Because you think like a super grandmaster will follow some opening principles. Like he's already broken one principle, putting the knight on the edge, moving the same piece twice. But it gets much worse. And by much worse, I mean it's completely fine, but it breaks all the rules of chess that you're usually taught when you're first starting out. Because after knight e5, he moves the knight back, so he's already moved the knight 3 times. And then he plays queen b6, which is a cool move because he's attacking this pawn, but he's also pinning this pawn, so he's threatening to take on e5 twice if white's not careful. So white plays this. And then what does Fabiano do but move this knight again back to its starting square? And this is all opening preparation. Like he barely used any time. And the idea of this move is to play f6 and reposition the knight most likely to f5 via h6 or e7. So after bishop d3, he plays knight h6. So these first 12 moves, he played knight f6, knight h5, knight goes back, and then knight goes to the edge again. Only at like super GM level can you get away with doing such a thing. But then going forward from here, he just crushed his opponent. Like if we see how the game unfolded, okay, it was 39 moves, but like the play flowed so nicely for black because he got an f6, he improved, and then he goes for this like positional queenside play like b5 and knight c4. And for most of the game, it seemed like white was without a plan. Like b6 restricting the knight. Every move from black was just useful, improving move. And here, like white's just kind of purposeless. Pieces get traded, g5. And Fabi just dominating all areas of the board. Got the queenside grip, got the kingside expansion. Now going for bishop e4. And has a bishop pair with just full domination. So it was a really beautiful game. Like he made it look so easy by just breaking all the opening rules. And this is probably one of my favorite games from the World Cup. Because it just shows like a different way to play against a London. So bear with me one moment. I wanted to open this file, and I don't want to leak anything. All right, so now I can share this window. So this is ChessBase. And I downloaded the PGN file of the 673 games that were played in the main section. And I think what I can do, so I want to find all the games in the London from the specific line. So I can highlight all of these and then merge to opening reference. And what this does is it might crash ChessBase, or it might bring up this window. And this window will show kind of an opening tree of all the games. And I can just play through and see the London opening. c5, e3, let's say knight c6, knight d2, e6, c3, and cd4. So there are 3 games played from this position. Maybe it was Ivanisevic? No, was it this one? Hey, it was this game. Okay, so I found the game I was looking for. So if we look at this position and then look at the game I just played on Lichess against Drew Dog, rated just over 1500, we can see that Drew Dog, as white, got the same position as a strong GM from World Cup after the first 10 moves. And this is actually playable. White concedes the bishop pair, but tries to exploit the fact that black's bishops aren't the most coordinated pieces. So if we see how this game proceeded, I think white was applying pressure, but it took a different route because black played e5, got an isolated queen's pawn, and then white was in good shape, I think, for most of the game. Anyway, yeah, ChessBase is it's a paid software. Probably not necessary for most chess players to have, but for any chess player above 2200, it's probably very useful to have, useful for preparing against opponents and filtering through games. Oh, the file was, wait, let me check the file. The file was 2.6 megabytes. It's not the biggest file. Anyway, okay, I'm going to play one more game. Alex Werner challenging me from position with rook odds. Okay, I can't resist. We have played before. Good luck to Alex. Is Alex here, though? I think Alex was in the chat earlier. Oh, we have a few other... Wow. Lightning Lord challenging me from a funny position. Okay, I'm avoiding this game because... Oh no, my opponent. Also, what happened to the sound? Okay. Okay. So, I'll play this position. I have a central pawn cube. This looks really good for white. But what's my strategy? I can't develop my knights without losing a knight. So let's play h3. I think looks like a nice move. Wait, I'm down 2 pawns? No, materials... Oh, I am down 2 pawns. Oh yeah, because black has 6 extra pawns and I only have 4 extra pawns. But my center pawns should be more valuable. G5, interesting move though. Alright, let's play D3, attacking G5. I mean, I have adjacent triple pawns. It's gotta count for something. Let's play this move. Yeah, these are so strong. Now I can take and win a pawn. What's a good opening for a beginner? Might depend on the type of chess you're playing. In this chess, I think h3 was a decent opening. But in normal chess, there's, I mean, a lot of things you can choose. I mean, playing e4 and playing like kind of the popular openings like Italian or Scotch or Ponziani is beginner friendly. If you're playing d4, then London or Collie or Queen's Gambit. All right, my queen's attacked twice somehow. Let's move back. I'm still down a pawn. Oh, wait. I'm losing my queen. Well played. All right, let's play e5 and at least try and get a couple of things for it. Yeah, I think I'm winning another minor piece. Should not have allowed that, though. Well played to my opponent. Yeah, my center pawn cube has vanished. But I have all my minor pieces still. Black can't say the same. So how to maximize trickiness? A rune says you're playing a toaster monstrosity. Not sure where the toaster falls in, but I feel like monstrosity is a good word to describe what's going on here. Oh, I'm playing Liberated Toaster. Ah, okay, that's where the toaster comes into
25
play.
quacks for my 29th birthday Sunday, and your recent duck games.
Hey.
Hope you're well.
Happy belated birthday. Wait, Sunday? This coming Sunday or this most recent Sunday? Because my birthday is this coming Sunday, so I feel like our birthday... Oh, our birthday is the same day. September 3rd? Happy early birthday. Maybe we're long lost separated twins. M Junior Golf. Or MJR Golf. Oh, but you're turning 29. I'm turning 30, so yeah, we're probably not twins. Unless there was some like leap year, gap year. I don't think that's how it works though. Okay, I'm gonna be winning another thing. Yeah, it's looking likely. Okay, whatever it takes between the queen or the rook. Oh. Okay, well here I'll play bishop f5. And now I have... It's so hard to talk and think. Let's take with pawn. I have 3 minor pieces for the queen. 3 minor pieces for queen and 3 pawns. But the 3 extra pawns for black are not the most useful. Play this move. It hangs b2 though. I think I'll play this move. Bring open the g3 square for the knight. And if black wants to take... I think in the end I'll have bishop d4. Maybe it's not so simple. Takes. Bishop d4, there's takes, because my knight's pinned. Yeah, still some work to do if black plays correctly. Yeah, I don't see how to save my things. Like rook h3, d4. I could castle queenside. I really want to play this move. It just loses the bishop, though. So maybe knight e4. Close down the e-file. I'll still have 3 minor pieces for the queen and an absurd amount of pawns. Yeah, the pin didn't work. That was a case where the pin was mightier than the other pin. And okay, here at least my rooks connect. Maybe in some cases I could sack a rook and get some mating nets. My king is actually like decently safe here. How are there 9 black pawns? Yeah, black spawned a few more pawns before the game started. Alright, so if I take... I have to calculate. Maybe I'll play this move. Abandoning my final pawn on the queen side. But the goal is to go all in on the king side. Kind of like poker. My all-in bluff. But I might not be bluffing. I do have a sneaky backwards bishop attack. So take... what to do? Black's actually like diffused my play really nicely. What to do here? There. I take on c5. Take, check. Doesn't work. Maybe I'll play this move. Idea of this and this. I can't even do that. All right, let's play this. Okay, I forgot the rook was just hanging. But does it help me much? Check. Someone's gonna lose on time. I'm not threatening mate. Oh, my bishop! Ah! Opponent doesn't take it. Okay. Okay. Good game. That was an interesting game. Thank you, Fast Eric. Happy 5 months. Yeah, Queen F3 was not my proudest queen move. It led to a fun battle, though. What a game. So, I'm... Oh, you know what's happening right now? Okay. There's actually something happening right now which I want to partake in. But it starts really soon. I have to plan better next time. Thank you, Bugsin MS. Appreciate the Prime sub. There's a hype train almost happening. Thanks everyone for the hype. I think I'm gonna wrap things up. It was a fun stream. And then I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow for Title Tuesday.